It's Sunday, and I found out I gotta take that van load that I didn't want to take because it's short miles in 3 days. So, yeah, that was my not so great news for the weekend. But I have noticed this week, if you remember, I had to have the rails extended, fifth wheel plate moved back. I don't know what we went, probably 10 inches or so. And I have it all the way forward now since these rails are mounted all the way back here. I'm gonna have to move it back to where it was all the way up front. And the fifth wheel plate from where it's at right now probably needs to go ahead 2 holes. I noticed running over the scale as I'm pulling on, even running at 98,000, I had like 10,900 on the steer, and I should be right at 12,000. So at least 12,000. Running that heavy, it should actually be over 12,000. But I think my tires, if I remember right, I can go up to like 13 and change. So DOT usually goes by what your tires are rated for on your steer axle, but you figure on with the van anyway, I'm not gonna be overweight, but you want it to be 12, 34, and 34 on the trailer. So that's where you come up to your 80,000. But you'd like to have your close to your 12,000 on your steers. So today I'm gonna unbolt this. I already got this side unbolted. I got one bolt I can't get to, so I'll have to unlock the fifth wheel and slide it back a little bit. Working on this side. These are giving me a little more problems coming off. I tried the DeWalt, and DeWalt wasn't doing it, so I thought I got the air impact. It's got a couple more out, but might have to break out a breaker bar or something. A big load. wind is brutal today. It's got quite the bite to it. Not sure what the temp is, but we're getting colder way quicker than last year. Truck says 23, but that might be skewed a little since we've been sitting for a while. Let's see, we got 5 boxes of seed beans, and we are off to Eagle Grove, Iowa. And then after that, we're going to Tri-Rinse in Ackley, Iowa. Tri-Rinse is a place that cleans boxes and whatnot, so they'll be empty boxes. I'm sure we're grabbing 42 boxes there. They usually stack them too high because they collapse the boxes so they're half as tall. So we'll go from Ackley, and then we'll head over down to Ogden, which is another AGR plant. So we'll unload them empty boxes there, get reloaded. What do we got? We got 302 units. So that's probably like 14 boxes. And we go to Albert, we go to Albert Lee, Minnesota. And then from Albert Lee, we go back to Ackley. So we're hoping that's where our route will be ending today. We'll see. So even regardless, this whole route's a 3-day route, 839 miles total. So not worth the crap. But I was looking, and Tri-Rinse is the only one that's pretty sticklers on appointment times. So I believe we can get done early. So I'm thinking I can turn this into no more than 2 full days. So let's keep our fingers crossed, and we'll see what we can do. Alright, let's drop off number 1. Get the light shut off, I'll be out of here. So we gotta use this new app. I'm trying to get all technical now. We used to just have these sheets. They sign it, we put it back in the brown envelope, and we turn it in when we get back on at the end of the week. And now they're trying to get all fancy and have this app. It doesn't track us, but we just mark as we go, and then instead of us calling the customer the next drop, it notifies them that we just delivered, we should be to their location, so and so, whatever. which is nice. It's a great idea. But so for now, because I don't know if the app's going to work or not, so it was kind of like a trial year. We have to do the app and the paperwork. But I just realized on the app, so this guy, he had 5 boxes and it was 2 different varieties. We have to go through and sign on each variety, write down how many units of each variety. So he'll sign on the first one, and then you got to start the paperwork all over again and sign on that one. So if we, like, when we get toward the end of the year, it's not uncommon to have 5 or 6, 7, 8 different varieties in one drop. You know, it might be a pallet with bags, and there might be 3 different, you know, varieties on that pallet or something. So this could turn into a real pain in the butt, where we have to sign multiple times and do the form multiple times. Where on this, it's one signature. We go through, count the varieties, check them off, sign, and done. So we'll see how this year kind of goes, but that was my first drop using this new app. And right off the bat, I don't like it. No one ever likes change, but that's creating way more work than there needs to be. That's more difficult than the paperwork. This place really cleared out too. They usually have boxes stacked all up here where you're supposed to be able to pull in, kind of like what they have over here. So you always have to pull over here and blindside around a bunch of boxes that they'll have stacked pretty much right next to us here. So you gotta jackknife around the corner to try and get in here. But it's a lot cleared out now, a lot more cleared out. And apparently you're not allowed to go inside no more. Sit outside ringing the doorbell forever. About ready to come back to the truck and call him. Then finally a guy answered the phone and he wouldn't even let me inside. I just gave him my route number and he told me to back up to door 4. We used to be able to stand in there and we'd pull our pallet jack out and help a little bit, whatever, and whatnot. They never even came outside. We'd do all the paperwork inside at the counter and all that stuff, but he wouldn't let me inside, and then he followed me out and shocked my tire, which also something else they never did before. Not a big deal. It just seems like this place changes the program every time you're here, so you never know what's actually going on. But this is Tri-Rinse in Ackley, Iowa, and then from here we take, so we're getting 42 empty boxes, so we're getting 42 of those there. And that's what they look like when they're collapsed. Otherwise they're getting twice as tall when they stand them upright or put them together or whatever you want to call it. So those boxes will be twice as big once they're full of seat. Anyway, we're picking up 42 of those, and we are going to Ogden, Iowa from there to the other egg reliant warehouse, and then we'll drop these off, and we're going to pick up 302 units. Not sure, pretty sure Ogden's beans. So we'll probably pick up another 302 units of beans there. And then we're going to ship to Albert Lea, which we're not supposed to deliver until 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Let's see, it's 11 o'clock right now. And I wasn't supposed to be here till 3 o'clock, so I'm 4 hours ahead of schedule. But my weird thing is with Albert Lea, it says I have a Tuesday at 8 a.m. appointment for delivery. And then, so that's what it shows right here. And then right here, it says delivery afternoon only. Cannot take AM deliveries. Okay. Yeah, anyway. We're going to wait for the guy to come out. I'm assuming he's going to come out the door over there somewhere. That's where the walk-in door is. If you can see it in the mirror. But he'll probably come over and pull the wheel chock out. And probably have me sign paperwork out here. We'll see. We're loaded. Gotta make sure they put our pallet jack back in there. right. We're all locked up. Man, it is cold. I'm gonna turn it into a pansy. Not ready for it at all. Alright, so now we gotta run over to Iowa Falls. Gotta mark that as complete. No comments. Now we gotta, okay. Starts. Alright, and then when I get there, I guess I hit complete or something. I don't know. I think I know what I'm doing. Not 100%. They said they had confidence in me that I could figure it out. They've got more confidence in me than I got. Alright. But anyway, so we gotta head over, take a right up here, and head over to Iowa Falls. We'll jump south on whatever that is, County Road or something. Get down on Highway 20. And then we'll run over to 35 and take Interstate 35 south all the way down to is it Ames? Yeah, we get off at Ames. And that'll take us right over to Ogden. Gonna be another big load. It sounds like 8 pallets. So we're just gonna line them up right down the center. We're loaded with our 8 spots. This load is heavier than our first load. All these loads on this whole route are pretty small. Kind of nervous the red light blinks the whole time. It doesn't ever shut off, so I wasn't sure I was unhooked or not. I probably should have looked before I tried pulling ahead. But we must have been alright. I didn't feel no resistance. And I didn't see the bumper fall off. So we get the door shut, and then we're going to be on our way up to Albert Lee. 2 hours to go. So we'll be there around 3:30, quarter to 4. I already called and he said we'd be perfectly fine for dropping off today instead of tomorrow. So that means we'll be done tomorrow then, for sure. Then I'll drop off there. Probably go stay at that truck stop that's at the intersection of Highway 3 and I-35. It's like 20 minutes from there over to Ackley, where we got to get another load of boxes tomorrow. So we'll pick them up tomorrow morning. We'll come right back down here, get unloaded, reloaded, and then we'll have our last 2 drops, and then we'll head home. So tomorrow that'll leave us with only like 5 hours of drive time. So yeah, we'll go to Griswold, Iowa, Storm Lake, Iowa, and home tomorrow after we get loaded here. So this route is turning out to be alright. I mean, low miles, obviously, but at least we're making up for it, so it won't be horrible. We'll get quite a few of them in today. So, alright, let's get out of here. 3:38. That's what the GPS says. we got way ahead, so that is a bonus. We're staying here at Dudley's Corner for the night. It's right on Highway 3 and Interstate 35 intersection, basically. So it's a little chilly. It's cooling off again. It started warming up pretty decent, but at least the wind has died down. So yeah. Tomorrow I think we only got, well, we got 490 something miles in it, right? 590. It was 490. So we're a little over halfway. So tomorrow we'll easily be able to finish this route as long as no one holds me back or tells me drop-off times aren't going to work for them or whatever the case is. So we're going to make some supper. I brought some little mini frozen pizzas. But there's a restaurant over there. I went in to go to the bathroom and wash my hands and just a little stretch. And the food in there smells really good. So now I don't know if I want to make a pizza or go spend money. I don't need to spend any money. But we're going to wind down for the night. Probably watch us on YouTube and call it a night. And then I'll be... I think I'll have to look it up, but I'm positive that Tri-Rinse opens at 7. So, I don't think they have their hours on here. So maybe I'll have to Google, see if Tri-Rinse opens at 6 or at 7. So if they open at 6, we'll be there at 6. If they open at 7, we'll be there at 7. And then we should be able to finish off this route and be home early afternoon tomorrow. I think that'll finish this video and start again tomorrow morning. I'm gonna try starting to do like a Monday through Friday video, so all the videos will be a week behind. I'm not sure how it's gonna work. I tried doing that once before, but editing that many videos on the weekend to get them up for the following week on YouTube, it takes a full day to edit 5 videos. I mean, I can probably get a couple. I got Monday through Wednesday ready for this week, so maybe I'll do a couple more editing, or edit one more tonight and get one more for Thursday, and then I can maybe edit one tomorrow night when I get home. But I really want to get on a cycle where I can get like Monday through Friday a video. Everything will be a week behind, like I said, so Monday this week will get posted Monday next week. That's my goal. We'll see if it happens. But if that's the case, that's going to end this one, and we'll see you in the next one.